It is I, the Holy Cow. We're just coming to you live. Today is February 6th. It's my last week of being a 21. What the fuck am I talking about? Wishful ass thinking, bitch. The last week of me being 28. What a year in review. What a lap this has been around the sun for me. I think 28 was my favorite year alive, to be honest. I really completed what I feel like was my own self-concept. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, it really isn't about shit else. Like, I'm genuinely like vibing, having a good time in the day, and it's not that deep of a formula. Like, for me, it's like, I know the shit that's been lit about my life. Let's make some more lit shit. And we've just been doing that. But I did want to come on today because I was just like, I think sometimes the catch-22 is that for Dennis and I as artists, one of the things that really keeps us tethered to our mantra as like what we believe the artist's responsibility and function should be is the, create and premiere. And those are just two sides of the same coin for my husband and I. And I think a lot of artists don't, as funny as it sounds, like they spend all the time making their work, but a lot of times they don't premiere their work to themselves. So like when they expect by the time they expect the world to hear it, they've already fucking listened to it. So they're not, but it's just really important to be in that context all the time for us. And so sometimes I don't realize that, like, especially because much of my work is spiritual work. And, I play a certain role ordained that was expected of me by my own creator. And a lot of times it's not that I forget, but it's so important for me. Most importantly, like, this archive exists for me as a way to capture all of the re-administered original primordial word that was being released at this time during the 2020s, capture all of that, make sure that I had synthesized it in a way that I could refer back to, similar to like some sort of Bible manifesto, sacred book, sacred text, because it's going to be my origin of the new human prototype for me. And we have to get from here to there. This text will probably become outdated as the light body continues to change, but the idea is that we have and honor our ability to make any living text a living text by just putting life into it and really spending time with it. So I was watching back some of my work, and I think, again, me and my husband have gotten to a very automated place because it's been so much repetition. We really chose the route of suffering as a way to ascend, and that's our vibe. I know you girls are super into that, but we did choose to kind of suffer our way through because we believe that suffering often tethers you to the depth of an experience. And I think depth oftentimes for us is usually only discovered through like the hollowing out, so the negative space, and so oftentimes when we feel without source, we feel the suffering of it, so when we were going through our journey and when we were thinking about how, there are bigger things to do right now than the stuff, and the bigger things to really be doing is like, humanity's always at a place and a time, it's always somebody's hour. And, so it's really been important for us to ground that we have to, and I think a lot, again, informed largely by sort of this orphan energy that kind of exists within Dennis and I, but, it became very important for us to write how we connect with the divine and see if perhaps there is, from that, maybe something populates that could be a new religion, a new way of being, a new place of worship, and we don't know if we've even arrived there, but there's a bunch of shit that we've fucking found along the way so far, and all the same, it feels more at home than being like the bastard to a faith or being a bastard to a family, it's like all of those things. So we've just truly had the time of our lives. I feel like this is my vibe right now. My husband's view on things. The Jesus view. My Jesus view. Yeah. So maybe we'll keep these on because I'm just kind of giving like. Anyways. So all of that considered, I was watching back some of my own work that I, because I do the broadcasting, we keep the network up, we give you girls as much as we can at the studio, proportionate to how many big drops of individual wisdom and nuggets of valuable sacred teaching come out of, our studio. you know, in the end, I still try my best to, again, like I said, participate in it. And when I participate in it, a lot of times when I start tweaking, it's because you can tell I haven't like watched enough of my shit. Like it's like you can tell I haven't like realized that I'm the change already that I wanted to see. Like a lot of times that I'm like, and another motherfucking day. Like you need to be like, Alexis, go back and like reread the thing you just wrote, or like go back and re-listen to the thing you just wrote. You just ended it. Like ain't nobody stepping to you because you already said it lovingly, you know. So I'm kind of in that vibe right now, and I love chatting with you girls. I'm like a chatty Cathy. But you guys also know the truth about me. I'm a loner. I'm a loner. I come from the Lone Star State. I'm a loner. I'm a lone star. Like I'm the solo. I'm a star, and yes, but I like to be alone. And the reason for that is because of my sacred communion with my creator. That is like the funnest thing for me. Again, ninth house stellium. I love hanging out with God. I don't know what else you girls wanted to do at the sleepover. That's what I'm trying to do. Give me any psychedelic, mind altering substance. Give me whatever to spruce that experience up. I'm so for it. And so, yeah, I'm just kind of embracing that about myself. You know, and, you know, being the magic lady was always marked all over me. Like I said, I'm very grateful to have been raised in an esoteric environment that was conducive to teaching me about metaphysical phenomena, because it is exactly why I feel like the polarities that being a magic lady in 2026 might bring about in one are not foreign to me. And I think that's a huge concept right now, is like, you know, the conversation of like, can we really be saying we're pursuing a better life if the life we went and pursued doesn't feel real to us, doesn't feel like somewhere we're at home in? You know, I think we need to reframe our narrative, right, about our own human movement patterns, you know, because I think the way to connect to the empathy of people is to actually have campaigns that show people, like, for example, if we take like contemporary immigration situations that are going on globally, which is like always going on, right? Which is like, well, when we decide to make territories, we have to say what is and isn't. And then that's why we're having all these conversations, right? But one of the best things that can grow empathy for a human who's had to like be a part of any diaspora is to talk about how positive being in the country is, right? Like it's kind of like what I'm saying is like, it's so much better. I feel so American, you know, like it's part of what I do to transmute the heaviness of my ancestors' involuntary like submission to this land, is that I'm going to thrive on the land, is that I'm going to be like, well, you know what, I love my little American fucking life at the end of the fucking goddamn day with all the goddamn it, it's about time my motherfucking people have some motherfucking privilege in this bitch. Yeah, maybe I am fucking drinking a fucking Keurig fucking coffee. Yeah, that's a fucking American ass innovation for me. Probably not even American, but at this point, you know what I'm saying? It's like, for me, I'm like, well, what would me being here and being like, this is raggedy every day do for them? They already knew that. They knew that when they were ripping them by the scalp and bringing them onto fucking involuntary boats. You know what I'm saying? They knew that wasn't, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to be the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm trying to be like, but you look so good in your fucking glasses and your scarfie, you know, like shit like that. And I think my ancestors can be like, well, you know what, I kind of served, you know, in this nation. I did kind of serve. I want them to feel like they served. I want them to feel like, I mean, you didn't serve, you served the ultimate cause. So I want you to feel like it was a serve, you know, for me at least at least can't say too much for you girls, but for me at least it's good. So it's like I'm awake. I'm not limited by the fucking whatever. Yeah, it was me. So I'm just like, I feel like this message and this reading for 8 minutes, thank you guys for letting me do my little intro, but this reading will be like the most special to me because it's my birthday gift reading, and it's just going to be an energy check-in. It's not like because of anything particular, but it's because it's like, Alexis, you're leaving 28, and I'm just this girl is awesome to me. Like, I'm so good to me. You know, I don't know. I'm good to me though. And I just so that's where I'm at right now. But long story short, watching my shit back helped me. That's kind of like my Snickers. You know what I mean? I needed to calm the fuck down. because like Alexis is a goddamn, oh my god, and the fuck you on top of that. But yeah, I need to, because I probably, if I had all of like if you weren't treating me like a slave, I probably would have said the fuck you on top in the moment too. So like sometimes when you guys see me go back for the fuck you, it's because it's like I would have added that in there happily. Like I would have garnished that absolutely with a fuck you. Yeah, of course. I mean, it's like we're gonna be good in the end. We're gonna be friends in the end. I just want you to know, when we were breaking down and transforming, I would have stood my ground. But now that, because the thing is, you can treat someone like a slave back and get the unfair advantage, but I that's not gonna fucking break the cycle for me. So I sat there, I watched you dub me as a slave, and I never treated you that way. That's why I had to go back for the fuck you. You see what I'm saying? Because we're sovereign now. Now it's not slave master to slave fuck you. That's a different type of punishment. I'm saying guy to guy fuck you, because you would say it too if someone did you how you did me. And that's what my Libra Mars is saying. That's why, like, most of my guys we were probably nemesis at one time. Sure, maybe, I don't know. But I just have this funny way of making my nemesis love me. Like, I'm their favorite op. Absolutely. I'm their favorite op. Yes. Yes. Oh, you didn't know. You didn't know every time you watch one of my archived Holy Cow videos, it's actually like a stand-up bit. You didn't know that. Really, it's funny. Your solar plexus knew. Your fucking busted gut is telling otherwise. But, okay. They don't call me Mother Mary for fucking nothing, okay? So anyways. So yes, oh my god. So it's Friday. My birthday is in 7 days. And oh my god, this one, I just see like the epic proportions of it all. 11/11 is what you just saw. But it's just like, I just see how big 29 is and how big my 20s were. And like how that bigness of that entire decade is what elevates every decade that comes after to be larger than life. And I'm just really, really happy that, you know, I built my foundation on, like I said, true solidarity for all suffering entities on this planet at this time. Anyone who's enduring suffering, as a recommitment to their connection to their source. It's like, everything I do is for you. I couldn't be any more like you, and I don't give a fuck about any of the fucking fake shit. All these people will have all of that gone tomorrow. Trust me, Diddy. Trust me, Diddy, that's what's gonna happen with that. So you don't want to worry about the stuff. Like, trust me. Take it from a proper Taurus moon. We don't give a fuck about the stuff. Proper Richmond in spirit, no. It's the stuff is not where it is. You could come rob me. That's what I'm saying. I don't roll with no security. Why? Come rob me, nigga. The value's not in the stuff. Real Richmond they put that fucking, they're like, can you, God, when it came to me, I said, God, don't you put my ancestral abundance in this fucking, don't put it in a contract, don't give it, no. Go ahead and cut me open. Put that shit in my heart, stitch me back up, zip it up, clear me, and then we're gonna get this shit cracking, because I don't need my value, but I'll die with the shit, for sure. Don't leave that for nobody. Yeah, I said what I said. You girls want to leave something for some kids. Again, you're not as stingy as me. That's cool. Like, that's awesome. I'm a stingy person. Like, it's not even deeper than that. I'm a stingy person. I want my nigga's dick to be for me. I want his nut to be for me, not for that bitch. Like, no shade. No shade. I want my checks to come to me. You know what I mean? I want my man to pay for my stuff for me. Right. Because one thing I will let you know, every single partnership, every couple that comes into already has 2 kids. And those 2 kids are the inner child of each of you. So I'm not childless. I was never childless. That's how I know you're a child abuser. When you're like, oh, you're childless? I was like, childless where? My hands are full. A little Alexis is a diva cup, okay? She requires so much. If you met little Dennis is a zany motherfucker. Aries rising, okay? We don't have time for more motherfuckers on the ship. We don't. It's like, I'm so obsessed with those 2. I don't. Right now, it would be competition. It would be competition. And I feel like little Alexis and little Dennis get an unfair advantage because they're inside of us. And me and Dennis just love ourselves so much. Just genuinely, we're like, the vibe could not stop. Again, you think we're over there doing stuff that we're not doing. And that's what I'm saying, is like, you don't have it because you guys never show it. If you had, you would show it. If you had, you would show it. Right. I don't have to think about profiling a specific aspect of my life. I got it, so I show it. That's it. Anybody who's looking at my fucking shit, they're like, yeah, at the bottom of the day, that's not an immature, that's a grown-ass woman. And the only reason she acting like that is because she got it to show. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You didn't know. You didn't know this was the I Love Alexis fucking channel message. Because if there's anything I want for my fucking birthday, is for maybe however the fuck long this video is for me, for all of my team ski to be like, oh, we love your vibe. That's what I want. Jeez, guy. Anyways, so we're so excited. We're so excited. Oh, we're so excited to turn 29. But it's like sad because it's like 28 was like my year. I was the best person I've ever been in my entire life, 28. Like, I'm talking like I had the capacity to be philanthropic in the most insane, like when I thought I wasn't going to be able to take care of my basic, like many times throughout this year, I thought I was about to die. There was me and my husband's shit is in our hand and we're like, and I kept volunteering. Like I'm such a good person now because of the character arc of 28. Like, I don't know how to say it. Like, it's like I was like, I'll starve, and then while I'm starving, I'll go make sure you're fed. That was like my vibe, 28. Like, I just don't feel like I'll have a holier fucking existence. Like, I became the holy cow at 28. Like, I really like pioneered a fucking campaign to end child abuse in my own country. I gave myself my dream profession, which is full-time writer. I run the greatest film studio in the world. God. I like fell in love to get my heart broken. Like, yes. That's so me coded. So me coded. And let me be clear, the best part about my 28 was the amount of middle fingers. Like, oh my God. It was an iconic run. Like, that is like that's how much intensity I need in a year. If you guys didn't know, I'm telling you, like, a big part of my 29th year is like really leaning into like my dad's lore. He's a biker, you know. My mom's kind of like the leather biker girl, you know. They're kind of like that couple, and I feel like when I think about my biker roots, the real like root of it is like, it's kind of like a couple that comes together and they like to fight. Like, you know, my husband likes me because I'm kind of fucking mad about stuff all the time. And like, I just feel like 29, I have like this self-love because I'm just like, yeah, Dennis doesn't listen to anyone. Like, he doesn't care. He's not asking. Oh my God, that is so, like, if I can say it's like I don't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about anyone's rules. It's like, God, it's like, so we are really this couple that I feel like comes across as like very Morningstar, which is, again, I just thanked God when, again, that was like my family name came to me in 28. Like, the ceremony that we had when, like, again, you guys know I'm Native. So, you know, when God gifted us our indigenous name, our family's name, the Morningstars, we were just reduced to tears because that's our freak. That's our truth. And we were gifted it at a time where we didn't even feel empowered when we were gifted our family's name. Because we already told you, we didn't do none of the fucking federal slavery shit. Like, I didn't, like, taking someone's last name is just like very important. You know the history of the name that you're taking. It's like, that was, so, you know what I mean? And like I said, me and my husband both have like the orphan frequency. Like, we also very much have ways where it's like, we were severed from the lineage. And so, you know, we were both like, kind of like, fuck the guys. Like, to be honest, what we got here don't got shit to do with nobody. So, and then God was like, perfect. You guys are now ready for your name. And so, if I see you girls come up to me calling me Miss Morningstar, I'm like, oh, you think you're a spirit man? Don't call me that shit if you don't know. If you don't really know, then, you know, don't do my shit like that, brother. So anyways, 28 was the year of just phenomenal accomplishments. I just watched myself come into my spiritual gifts in an incredible way. And yeah, that's fucking awesome for me. Like, I was really nice and kind. And yeah, I was just like a shelter. I was a protector all of 28. And that's fucking cool because wasn't nobody protecting me. So I was like, perfect opportunity for me to manifest. Now I'm kind of a bodybuilder type, you know? So that's why anyway, so my theme for my part is like the biker vibe. Like, me and my husband, I just feel like we're rock stars. Like, when we got, it's also like our 3-year wedding. Oh my God, my fucking 3-year wedding anniversary. Oh my God. We are exactly where I would have dreamed of us being. We didn't have, like, oh my gosh, like, we, like, our businesses and stuff were brand new. And so to be at 3 years and to see how far we've taken our businesses and just like to already have like retired ourselves and to be like living in that kind of like post-production life already. It's like at 3 years, it's like way faster than I thought. It's like, oh my God, I can't. So proud of myself and my marriage and my husband and my family. I'm just proud of us. We stand for something. You know, our politics are what they are. Our fucking geographic location is what it is. We rep the guys that we rep. You guys hate Southerners. Well, that's why you have bad taste. You girls don't get it. And that's fine. The South never needed you to get it. They never needed you to get it. We're just not going to co-opt the bullshit. We're not. So anyways, let's look at the overview of today's message. I don't have anything else to say. Thanks for just like letting me up. You didn't let me do shit. That's the greatest part about my fucking station, is that I get to do what I want. So, fuck off. Oh, but yeah, we're gonna just like go ahead and let Spirit show us what the overall message. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's totally giving Saturn and Aries, but it's also totally giving like what I was just like genuinely talking about. So bottom of the deck, we have creation, which is like what we bring into form, what we're able to conceptualize and bring down, right? What gets done in a fucking life, right? And I just feel like, you know, I don't have to like sit around and just like unpack anymore. Like I'm at the place where it's like my shit is embodied. So I'm in my God body and my ethics line up, you know, my word is bond. It's like, if I'm in that place, then it's just like phenomenal, because it's like, basically my will is in the appropriate place, and it's like the right use of will at this time is really where leadership is going to be derived. It's reasons why I can be like, I'm seeing a vision of me as the president of the motherfucking United States in 2030 fucking 2 or some shit, and it's really just about like me giving myself adequate time to align my will to really be able to lead in that way. But the leadership gets derived if my will is aligned to it. That's why at this time I've kind of broken the code. At 28, I did some crazy metaphysical shit for the plane. And I fucking filmed it because I'm a genius filmmaker. It's like, these are just things I have time to do. So, every poor man, lift your head up when you see my videos, okay? We do this shit on a burner phone. Stand up, brother. Every motherfucking blue collar, every motherfucking guy in the fucking trenches. Every guy. Every real guy. Every guy of real value that actually runs the business, right? Because you do the labor, right? Okay, so to my labor guys. Right? Not the guys who want to fucking exploit, because I'm not impressed with you guys. You guys want to be the megaphone for the revolution? We're going to run it back and we're going to look at you, and do you still get passive residual income from someone else's labor? Yes or no? Okay. Okay. Okay, I only want to check for shit I do. I don't need Bob and them's check. Go give them that check. So you little middlemen who think you're fucking mouthing off, or you little fake artists who really get paid because somebody else got paid because somebody else did the work, we're not that impressed. We're not that impressed. Because at the end of the day, it's like, oh, okay, so what keeps the direct deposit in your shit? A contract? Weak. Weaky. But when it comes to me, everything you see, every fucking, yeah. That's why my shit has that's why I get more out of my fucking iPhone. This isn't, I don't even know what there's no number on this iPhone. It's so, it's like, I don't even know if we don't know. We don't know what year this is from. We don't. Does it matter? No. Doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't fucking matter, because how many classics I drop on this motherfucker? Y'all got the 17 ain't dropped. Most you've done is that ugly ass filter on that ugly ass Instagram of yours. Right. But you paid $2,000 for the phone. Okay. I guess if you got it like that, it's like, this shit was gifted to me. I would never buy a phone. That's the only reason I got one. This is a bitch was like, I don't even pay for this fucking phone, because I told them, I was like, I won't have one. They're like, I have a free line. I'm just going to use my free line on you. Go for it. If that's what you want to do, it's going to be my business's phone. It's not going to be mine. You girls keep asking me, what's your social media? I don't have social media. I run my business account. I don't do social media, because who am I fraternizing with? Right. I'm an image maker. My challenge to myself as the CEO of a film studio is I have to at least make several images a day, because you can't run a fucking studio running out of ideas. Like, let somebody else run the business then, Alexis, if you're not going to fucking be a real filmmaker. I got to make the films. So that's what I do on my archive if you guys have any other fucking questions. But no, it's not a fucking personal fucking Finsta. What about it looks fucking... Those are God tier nudes. What? That's me showing you my art. My art is being high vibrational, Fucking, how many fucking miles do I clock a day at this point? Right. Consistently year after year after year, hundreds of thousands of fucking miles. Okay, that's what the art is. Just say you can't read and go. It's like everything I do is like a lot. Right now's energy is calling us to have king level discernment, protecting your whole bigness, you know? Let yourself say fuck you. Let yourself say that. Like, let yourself be like, fuck you, dude. It was warranted. It's needed. It's necessary. It makes sense that you'd be saying that. It might get better, but it won't get better if you don't express what's really fucking going wrong. Because it doesn't feel equal to other people when you overgive. I don't want to be an overgiver. I think people want somebody mature that isn't just going to overgive when they get fucking crumbs. No. I think people know what they're doing. But don't be an overgiver. Discern from the place that says, like, even though I'm in a Two of Swords situation, which might mean that people think you're a Pee Wee Herman Jr., but have the discernment of a king. People look at me like, why is this girl fucking cutting us off like that and barking off? Because of what she must have. Even if it doesn't look like she has it, she must have some shit. That's how people know what I'm really about to come with next motherfucking Friday. Yeah. Yeah, because you can already see how I'm talking. What makes her so sure? Probably what I have up my fucking sleeve. And if you're wondering what's up my motherfucking sleeve, it's a motherfucking 47. Yeah, look, y'all. You see, I was just talking about my finger tats. I have two 47s. You can't really even fucking tell. One right there, one right there. But they like, I have 47 tattooed on my body 3 times. And I gave myself all these tattoos. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm a gangster. Anyways, fuck off. But fucking, fuck the parlor, brother. I can do it proper for you. Let me go get the needles from the Blick Art fucking studio real quick. I'm gonna get some fucking ink, and we're gonna do it the old fucking real guy way. Let's do it. You wanna get yadded for yadded? Cut out the middleman. Get what you want. Make your own art. Stand on business. I'm just fucking with y'all. But yeah, king level discernment. Where it's like, that's how you ascend. That's how you upgrade. It's like, you might be in a apples or oranges that situation, but if you be like, motherfucking apples, bitch, and if it's not Honeycrisp, fuck off. Like, it's like, if you don't come like that with your discernment, like, not only did I make my choice, but I made my choice and I said what I said. It's that's actually what does it, because it's not even the choice of what you're claiming. It's, are you ready? Are you dead? Are you fully aware of who you are to where you wouldn't let anyone threaten it? What's for you can't miss you, but the whole point of the initiation is that I don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with my husband. You can fuck with whatever else you want. But those two motherfuckers, when it comes to me, I'll beat your ass. For real. For real. I'll end it, brother. I'll end it. Let's go band for band, national television, me and you. No words, just a podium and a microphone. Let's go band for band. Off top. Extemporaneous. I'll fucking slice and dice and gut your ass. Yeah. I'll have you fucking baked and basked in a fucking lemon pepper spread, bitch. Yeah, I will do it. I'll do it. I'll serve you to the fucking metro Atlanta area. Yeah, I'll fucking do it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about nobody. I don't. I only love God. That's my lyric. That's my lyric. God. Yeah. You want to be my husband? Guess what? All he's got to do to be that is love God. I said, God got you, because God's going to hold me. If God, because I can't do shit for somebody else. Only because I'm being completely sustained by the Most High. But again, a lot of times people are looking at your discerning spirit and they don't realize the Most High is actually asking you to speak. The Most High is actually asking you to take the floor. It's my time. Not you, girls. It's my 29th. Sorry. It's my 29th motherfucking birthday. Not yours. You guys aren't 13th babies. You're not February 13th babies. You're not fucking February 13th, 1997 baby. Me, the only baby. That's what we're fucking dealing with. It's not your moment. I just want to make sure everyone's clear on that. This time is not your time. I sit back and I 24/7 for you girls. But no, you've never gone hard for me. Why would I extend the invitation to guess and see if you're going to do it now? No, you're not. Your feelings are going to be in the way from you doing what you need to be doing, which is fucking praising the ground I fucking walk on for fucking February 13th. So maybe you should do that from the perspective of your own fucking casa, because I'm going to be outside and I'm going to be demanding what the fuck I demand, because the Most High is fucking giving me the authority to, I've made it this far. I'm not dead. So turn the fuck up on that one. But that's what I mean about 28. There was something in the liquor for 28, because I don't give a fuck if I look like a popper. I'll never act like it, because that's not who I am, you know? Hey.
I was just making some tea. I was gonna see if you wanted some.
I do, but I'm not done with my coffee.
Well, the water will be there whenever you...
I was just cussing them out for me, baby.
Yeah, fuck
I was just telling them.
yeah.
I was just like, no.
Oh, no.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was like, no.
What the fuck?
No. Right, you know? On me, no. Like, no.
It's not gonna fly.
It's not gonna fly. So,
yeah, true.
if you're not, can I get you some tea? Oh, wait, you already still have half a bevy and another bevy? Okay.
Right,
If that's not what you, so if you're not trying to bring me my third bevy?
Yeah. Not during February.
Not now.
Maybe,
Fuck now. Just not now. We don't know, but just. God. Right. So, look at the thing. 28. It's like. What? I've been doing the same shit since 09. What? So it's 10 swords. So I think that's where I knew I was coming on for myself today. I did. I knew that it was about me, and it was about me having a king's level of discernment, But one of the things that I want to go back in this message and give a PSA, since I have you fuckhoes attention all the time, is that I'm very aware of what the karmic lesson for me really was, which was always that I was always seeing your fuck ass behavior completely clearly. Every fucking dumb ass decision you bitches make, I would sit there and be like, that's a dumb ass decision. And it's a great thing that I live my life from my heart space, and I move off the discernment that God has put in my spirit, the compass that has come with my crown. Okay? And it's so fabulous that I'm a princess, because I think you girls always would have wanted this 10 sword situation where it's like you just can't discern all the enemies in my camp. But you killed the test dummy. The one that never existed. The one that we made up, that we created. For you. You can have it. You can fucking take the shit that I bait you girls with and fucking think you've made your conclusions. I'm going to skip that and go right on to my wedding, because I just need the attention of all of my enemies as I'm coordinated. That's actually what I needed. And I got that. Yeah, so 7 days before my birthday, you still don't know what the plan is. You don't even know where to find us at. You probably won't ever know. When have you girls ever caught up? But just know you will have front row seats to a coronation you're somehow karmically you will never be able to look away from. So just know that. And at the end of the day, the way that it looks like is like the 10 swords. You are truly, of course you had to be in the story. I had to master your bitch ass in order to be a holy man. That's why I'm going to get crowned as a prophetess. That's what I'm going to go do for my birthday. I mastered you hoes. I have a bigger brain. I have better spiritual prowess. Yes. It just looks like I had to have the discernment of a king the entire way through. And by the looks of it, every single test, God put, not the test, you girls weren't testing me on anything. You guys were used by the divine. Every test that my God has put me through, I delivered. Because all God was asking me to be was to be the empress to this love that I grew. I got a love 9 beautiful years ago that you girls can't fucking relate to. And that is what I was protecting at all costs. Not your feelings, not your fake friendship. The love that was real. The real miracle. You guys are a fake miracle. You haven't done anything miraculous in my life. The real miracle, however, I have stayed completely dedicated to. And through it all, the only motherfucking thing that I had to make sure to kill at all costs was anything that was going to try to destroy the love that my God worked hard to deliver to my bloodline through me. Okay? So no, you didn't fucking play anybody. If you couldn't notice, guess who's right next to me every goddamn second I press post? Fuck ass guys. Fuck ass guys. Fuck ass guys. Checkmate. Checkmate. Did I end it already? Did I end it? It's the 10-10. I told you what I loved about 28. Oh my God. I was like 28, 28, 28, 28. 2, 8. This is what it was. This was a cycle of completion. In the recent past, 28, I was asked to slay every demon that has come from my fucking self, my lineage, my soul, any of it. And at 28, we already did our Saturn shit. That's why we're just taking over Saturn and Aries. We're not about to start fucking dealing with the shit. No. We were irritating y'all when we were dealing with our shit, but it wasn't about y'all. It's because we wanted to be, this is what I'm saying. It's like, we're already, like, so today, when Saturn, this was supposed to be horrible. Our 3-year wedding anniversary, we already looked, mind you, I'm an astrologer, you know, I map the stars. Okay, so when I'm looking at me and my husband's dates and timing, I'm always prepared. Oh shit, like, well, our 3-year anniversary, if we're married on Valentine's Day, that made great because, you know, Saturn's going in, our Saturn return will start, and it's like, we kind of need to, right? So one of the things that I got to work on and what I like, you know, immediately like sort of held for us is like making sure that we were already done with that by volunteering. Volunteer to have the 10 of Swords experience so that when it is time for you to be crucified and for everything to go to shit, you show up and you perform. Actually, you actually do it. You go, it's like, this is like I already got a perfect score in the SAT in junior year. But by the time I come back senior year, because I've already hit that, and never like, I'm good. Like, it's like, I know I'll be able to perform the next time the test comes around. Because right now, people like me and Dennis are 9-6ers and 9-7ers. It's many of them are just now going to start digging into the depths of how shitty it is. That's why our archives are so helpful, because our guys are going to go through exactly what we just went through. But just like starting right now, the next 3 years through Saturn's transit through Aries, our Saturn return. But I needed to be a new world leader. So it's like what me and Dennis had to do. And this is why, again, it kind of goes back to why we were given we knew when we found each other, it's like, this is very miraculous. This is a very miraculous outcome that this like type of feeling and that this story is happening right now. It seems like we were supposed to be leaders. And I feel like that's what it was. When we met, 6 of Cups, it was like, well, I just want to fuck him really bad. But then it's like, okay, that deep desire was like also strategically orchestrated by God so that we also kept pursuing something, because the more and more we created together via like sex portals and rituals and things of that nature, and you know, the more was being created, the more this unlocked timeline of our union life was being created. And we were having sex like jackrabbits. When we first started, it was like just crazy. The thing is, it's like type of thing. And so it's like, again, sorry, I'm always screaming, but anyways, so this is what I'm saying. It's like, you have this opportunity right now to recognize that, like, that's what me and Dennis's story really represents. If we're going to be that stronghold, that guidance, that education that people might need, and also like a lot of people don't, you know, the 30s is like make or break. I just don't want so many people getting to that third decade threshold and then like going on the downward descent path, because a lot of people, that's what happens. They just like completely lose their luster. A lot of them will also like make decisions that also alter their lives to echo how much they know their life is being altered, like having a kid with something like in an unconscious way, and then it's just like it puts you on a trajectory where it's like we're not headed anywhere solid, you know. And so that's what it gives. It's like we're already free agents, Page of Rods, because everything I'm having to say now is not about you guys. It's about me. It's about me really mastering, because I don't want to be doing nothing proper with Saturn and Aries. No, I don't. I don't want the smoke, because I've already, so I really wanted to complete it. I really need to know that a lot of my words, a lot of the ways that certain dynamics have to be, they just have to be this way because I'm expediting stuff. Like, I'm trying to come into things quickly, or maybe quicker than would be available, but it might mean that we have to like confront friction, or we have to like deal with whatever in order for us to get to that experience. And so I'm willing to do that, because the end goal is that, like, yeah, it'll be water on the bridge, it'll probably be a couple fuck yous, but the real reason is like I needed to be ready to go right now, because now the test comes, which is gonna Ten of Swords, right? The Saturn return like kills your old consciousness of like what you thought was going on, because it's like, welcome to the fucking real world. But now I'm able to perform, I pass it, and then it's like my shit gets, it's like you get used as an example at this time. Oh, my love, look how many people, it's like, this is why, this is exactly what my formula was with 28. By 28 I needed to be done, and it was hard for me and Dennis, because it's like you're doing stuff like kind of like quickly, you're like trying to like face a bunch of stuff, like basically face a fuck ton of fears, a bunch of demons, a bunch of shit, so that we could actually like get out in front of the situation for others and provide a loving experience. Because for us, the hardest part of the spiritual awakening is how like cutthroat and like fucking feral it is, you know. For other people, I just don't want it to necessarily be that experience. But we invested everything we had into this love, into this surviving. And I think that was the whole point, is like everything else, like, I mean, I'm really connected to the through line of my life. Like, the real reason that Dennis is who I build my life around is because he will be there. Like, above all else, Dennis will be there when I'm done, when I expire. And that's why I put, in the terms of the hierarchy, it'll always come my husband and our, like, family. It's like, it's always, it has to be that way for me, because you didn't give me this gift of my marriage. God gave it to me. And it was a big deal when we first crossed paths. It was like changed everyone's life, you know? I also get this vibe, like this King of Swords is like also like strategically, it's like you're meeting like a gatekeeper. It's like in life and in ascension, like a lot of times too, you have people that will facilitate aspects of your ascension. So like some people are meant to give you certain lessons, not even from a negative space, just from a like, yeah, I gotta like teach you this lesson. I gotta like motivate you to like build this aspect of yourself out, you know? Our parents are that way and things like that. But it's like, because though you're such a quality, I feel like this King of Swords energy is just like, you're the eternal bride, you're the primordial bride, but people really need to genuinely feel like they know why you're that. And if I was really going to be in a Mary Magdalene frequency, like the idea here is like to be a divine feminine frequency, like you have to truly like, you have to be able to kill, your devotion is to the Most High, which is what your partner comes as a reflection of. The reason Dennis works so much for me is because it's not even about how much I love myself, it's about how much I love my creator, you know, that my creator thinks so much of me is like, I'm going to show you how you feel about the Most High, you know. Oh my god, like flaky, like I don't know, it's like, anyways, we're gonna talk about it later. But yeah, so that's the kind of vibe right now. Page of Swords, the Devil in reverse. Again, this is the kind of frequency of like, you kind of just have to say what you have to say, because if something's really for you, this Page of Swords communication it would only trigger you if you're actually a demon. If I don't have the answers to something, if I'm trying to discern my way through, I'm happy to tell my boundaries. I'm happy to be like, this is how I would talk to a demon that's trying to steal from me. If y'all aren't over there, then great. But I also think it's about God making you comfortable, that doesn't make you crazy. That makes you someone who's like constantly like spiritually ascending, you know? Because I do want a different tier of individual. I don't want to attract the same narcissistic loop that I've been attracting most of my life out of people, you know? I really want people who don't walk with these types of you know, suppressed like fucking control mechanisms like in their life. I just like, so, you know, the Page of Swords is also the other thing. Is like, I need to not have fears around myself as a writer, as someone who's not afraid, you know, because one of the things that I was raised off of, the journalists that raised me, that were in their prime in the 90s and in the early 2000s, were like always told that they were brought to the profession because of their fearlessness. You know, the things you say are so powerful, and the way you say them could get you hurt or praised, you know. And you have to really be down to let go of stuff. Like, people just need to know, God really needs to know that you're down to, like, you're not gonna, because God's about to give me so much at 29. But it's like, I cannot be taking on the same Mickey Mouse bullshit, like, straight up, that would get it compromised, because I've created something. My willingness to do it and my leadership has brought something into form. The Ace of Rods. Something has been created, you know, that will move me forward, but also that I had to like move forward and innovate on my life in order to even have it, you know. And the reason I set these boundaries in place is because it's like, there is no face behind who I'm speaking to. It's the negative influence. It's the negative emotion. I am not going to feel negative about myself. So no matter what, I talk to the negativity like I talk to it as if it's a person. I name it, I put a name to a face, and I say, you know what, today, negativity, you're not taking from me my art, my truth, my whatever, for whatever frequency, because it's not people. People just possess certain frequencies based on like where they're at. But it's like, for me, it's like, I'm not here to, you know, hold that experience anymore. I don't want to be around the fraudulent whatever, and I need to be clear about that and upfront. That's kind of what makes me leader. Is like, I put that up front. Is like, I see that clearly, because I don't desire to attract any of that energy before I even start in the beginning. Like, no, I don't want the first round pick to be like all these bitches. No. So that's what I lead in. I think people see this like, oh, that's not demonic. That's actually just like really clearing the way, because when I go to New Orleans next weekend, it's like easy street. Let's keep going. You know, it will be because of the discerning nature. And I think there's a lot of fear right now, because I think there's intuitively guided cups, but someone's about to start a new beginning. And it can be a lot of fear, because I think one thing that people do need to consider for me, and I will keep making this a big deal because it's not something light, I'm starting a new chapter of my life. So I'm very discerning. I have like a lot of spiritual expectations from the bitches who want to be around me, because I'm in my diplomat era. So like, you know, I'm like writing spiritual law. Like, there's no like off days for me. I'm like kind of always doing something major with my time. And so, you know, it's not that you should be scared about approaching me at this phase in my life, but you do need to be thinking about it. You do need to be paying attention to like why you're trying to do certain shit with me. Because I think you need to know that they're weightless right now. They're in the full archetype. I'm trying to pull up with an offer with roses and shit. But you just have to know, this is what I'm saying. I'm in my freedom. So right now, the thing that I really want is not weight. It took me so long to be this light in my life that like, I don't need a contract of anything that's going to add heavierness to the plate. So I feel like the only answer at this time, the only way to unlock my heart right now, is to have the magical spiritual aptitude to perform something miraculous. The only way it looks like in the end for something to move forward, because of how you girls have positioned yourself, the only way to move it forward, when it looks like a lot of spiritual initiations, like a lot of moments where it's like, you're definitely a repeat offender kind of guy, would just be like, can you perform a miracle on yourself? Like, can you 10 rods? Can you G up? Let's clarify. The Two of Swords being the discernment of a fucking king or queen. Let's see. Right? So, Two of Swords is sniffing out. That's the reverse. So the discernment had to be like, this keeps me locked out. Decision is coming from being aware. Like, it doesn't matter. I'll never fold on anything, because I can tell you right now, the only reason I'm speaking the way I am is because, like, something about your vibe makes me locked out of something that is already mine. So I don't want that. That would be the wheel turning negatively. And I think this is just the year of the snake. I'm using the year of the snake all the way to the, because again, the fire horse is like, you go so fast, you get so much done, but you have to be, wouldn't you really want to know, like, what in your camp keeps you locked out? And so it's not about I'm on my if the shoe fits. I'm speaking to the energy. I'm speaking to what would try to prevent me. I'm letting it know up front, I'm already over that. To you girls, whoever, don't even try it. I'm going to over-explain that. 8 of Swords, right? Right. Because this is what the spiritual initiation is. Like, I'm on the fast track to finishing up. I was trying to complete my shit the whole year. Y'all were the problem. Y'all were tweaky. That's why for me, it wasn't nothing but a bunch of spiritual initiations. So all I need to be cleared out with it. Like, I know I'm ready now for my new beginning, my new light start, because it's like, that stuff never belonged to me, but I also feel that in my mind, body, and spirit. Like, I know now what was never me. This year, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do anything to anyone. I didn't do anything for anyone. Truly. I'm the same genius. I was protesting. I was saying the truth, which is like, if you guys are going to call me some genius and I'm going to be like in some fucking mansion in like 2.5 years or some crazy shit, then right now during my homeless era, it's all y'all's fault, because I'm the same person. I have the same ambition, the same drive. I run the same amount of stuff. So it was all about the fucking blocking the light. Don't fucking call it what it wasn't. This has everything to do with who you pick. And the test gets passed. Who do we pick in the end? Who fits the bill? Well, right now, this is the dichotomy of, like, it's pretty black and white. I have to be, because I'm going to be the feminine that ends up with all of it. All you bitches love me. I already knew that. That means nothing to me, though. You being obsessed? Okay. The real thing when I talk about, like, who is playing, like, the thing that a smart woman will do is who is playing husband, though. A lot of men want to be husband. Who is the husband, though? Who is the husband for Alexis Ray Morningstar? Let me say something right now. It's not the niggas whose cups are down. That's what you're watching me, an empowered woman, make a decision on. It's like, my courting me matters. Pursuing me matters, because I'm an empress. So the important thing is, non-availability does not look like there's anything there. I'm not even looking over there. Like I said, if your cup's down to me, I'm only looking at the niggas whose cup's up to me, because again, the difference between a divine feminine frequency is like, she looks for the opening. For the heart that opens up when she's around it, not the heart that closes down. Because it doesn't matter if it's caused by nerves, swerves, jerves, and curves. It doesn't matter. It's like, you're still closing down, though. Yeah. And it's time now. We're not going to be able to come into any type of union. And we did that early. Why? Because it's like there was a high priestess that saw this would end badly. One of the best things about me being a high priestess is that I feel like I didn't make as many radical mistakes that, like, young people could make, because they don't know how things are going to turn out. Like, I don't spend a lot of time investing into stuff that's not legit for that reason alone. But I just feel like in the recent past, it's like we had to put the 10 swords in it, because it's like, we're not, you know, February for all of us might be, it's like, you have to be in your actual space. You have to be in the reality of your life. And what you choose, right? What you choose. Love is an investment. The Lovers sub the Knight of Pentacles. This is what I'm here to show you. Your love is the most valuable part of you. So you need to choose that which will give you equal give and take. If I'm going to come and invest in this choice that God has for me, the one to choose is the one that is always matching what you're on. This King of Swords, this is waiting on you, is looking at you, is watching it. He didn't even flinch. He's like, it doesn't even matter because you were there. You put me on a path to becoming the King of Swords. When I was not there, when I was not coherent, now I'm a king. And it's almost like this king is now in the kingdomship, and it's like their new status that comes from the path you helped put them on when they were chatas and helped them grow in their strength and like tame the beast and really be productive in your own royalty. It's like now when it's time for you to discern, it's like they're already there fortifying in you like your status. Oh my God. And I think that the best thing that I could say about 28 is like, I love me for me. My job is to exercise this out of the picture. I put forward who I am because I was always so ashamed of like what my certain destiny was. My dad always spent most of his relationship with me being like, you run from yourself. You're running from yourself. You're not telling the truth about who you are. You're running from you. So to shut the fucking Scorpio up that's in the fucking back of my brain, I know who I am. I know what I do to God. I know that my purpose on this planet is a holy one, is a sacred one. It is about our highest power. Ninth house stellium. I can't be a bitch who's like sitting here like, oh, I just like to vibe and go to the shows. No, I'm the sacred energy walking. Okay, but in order for me to be as vulnerable as I am, I have to fucking denounce whatever is gonna make it unsafe, right? Like my dad was the OG bouncer. I have to make sure the bitches in the club are good. I don't need any niggas with AKs walking up in here. I don't need any bitches and whores and fucking freaks and rapists walking into my club. No. Because I'm about to facilitate something great. So if you're an asshole, don't think about it. Because I don't want to deal with it. That's all I'm trying to protect. You guys will understand that the rules are the rules here. You're going to follow our rules. But it is like so beautiful to know that it's like I get my spiritual coronation because I'm unafraid to denounce any demon. I don't care. Could be my guy, you could be my friend, it doesn't matter to me. A demon is a demon. Because I do know for me, it's karmically just that this is like ecstasy and madness, that this new beginning, this new flame, this new spark light is karmically owed to me. It's supposed to feel all encompassing. And so the best thing that I could do in the last week of 28 is to make sure I've cleaned up every mess, to make sure I've sent out every fuck you, and not that I'm holding it, just send it out. If I had it on my heart and if I didn't do it because of some fucking suppressed slave, it's like, send it. Who cares? Because they're either way, even if it's some old shit that you probably should have said, they know you should have said it. So it doesn't even matter. But I need to do that because it's actually about something so much deeper for me. Wrapping up 28, and I just want to be really conscious that I'm like doing a lot right now to prepare myself to receive like just what I really cannot wait for out of my new year. This is so crazy because this energy is repeating. Someone is in the full energy and they just dropped a load. So the thing that I think most people are freaked out about is like, am I light enough for this person? Because there's a lot you want to do, but it's like this fool is not gonna give a fuck if it's too heavy when it comes in. And I have to be honest about that because I'm excited and I'm open-hearted. Yes, I believe it. I'm my mother's daughter. I believe in people's redemption. I believe that we change and we grow. But at the same time, I'm also my mother's daughter where it's like, it cannot be at my expense for any reason. Because it doesn't have to be. And so I love that this is the 10 of Wands. It's like, I'm going to show you the miraculous. But it has to be appropriate. Let's see the outcome. Oh my God. And great boundaries are what's protecting the function. Someone's going to throw the best of times. Someone's going to put, it's like going all out for this. Like I'm putting a lot in for this celebration for myself. But this is why I also have to really protect the vibe that I'm going to be creating. Let's see what God's final message is to the collective. The sun. The fucking sun. My inner child, the healing, the liberation of my inner child is complete. And 29, I'm so excited because it's just like, yes, I had to heal my inner child. Yes, I had to go back and say all the fucking shit that she did not get. And you know, so much disrespect. I don't know who it's to, but for fucking the general negativity that was spoken over my spirit as a child, it can go now. You know, it can go now. You've done your big one. You've done your big one at this point. You know, it can go. Because there's nothing that should hold back the prophecy unfolding at 29 for me. Nothing anymore. Not anyone's coddled feelings and their lack of consciousness and their lack of surety about what they've been building and their baby dad. That's not my problem. That's not my problem. This fucking message, this reading was about me. It was about my inner child. It's about the fact that I needed some fucking 59 minutes if I didn't do anything else. As Alexis, like 28 was so bigger than anything I've ever known about myself. And I don't even think I know what's going on right now. Like, I don't even think I'm processing like what I'm even recording. So it's just going to be really sweet because I think my life is just going to keep happening to me. I just dump my art where I dump it so that I know later on when I look back, I'm like, oh my God, thank God. I was like, because I was about to inherit a lot in life and I wanted to be somewhat grounded. And these are my ways of being accountable to myself, these videos. And just knowing that I was more all-seeing than I was like even always feeling in my body. And yeah, I'm just proud of myself for that reason. So I'm going to keep getting through more work. But last week reflections as a 28-year-old, I think I've done a pretty great job of being my wildest dream, you know, and really committing to finishing what I started in terms of liberating my inner child. And I just feel like she feels that way. I think she feels like I'm like 20,000 times more capable of a parent than anything she had before. So letting go of those people and like really, because I think that's the thing we don't talk about is like if you're going to like go no contact or let go of someone as like a parent figure in your life or an authority in your life, it's like you have to be enough for that inner child so that they feel like, oh, you're a way better bitch anyways. Fuck that other guy, you know? So thank you guys for just like enjoying and loving me for who I am. Yeah, this one's really for me in the future. Just like, I love you, Alexis. You look so beautiful watching this, and I feel so beautiful just telling you how I feel about today, February 6th, 2026. So just thank you, God, for like just making my life awesome. So yeah, anywho, I love you, bitches. We're about to turn it up. But yeah, last 7 days, let's get it, dude. Yay. Bye.